Welcome to episode number 3 of MLB Show 21 Postseason Series. And today, I'm going to be playing Game 2 between the CUBS and the Braves in Atlanta. CUBS led the series 1-0 after they won Game 1, which was the last episode. If you haven't seen that yet, it'll be an eye type around corner, right up here. Usually the icon pops up if you didn't have every video. As you can see here, I'm on the Braves, so that's why it says L23. So, and yeah, I mean, if you look at the bot store, it might be a little blurry, but, I mean, Cubs got 1 in the 7th, Braves got 2 in the 2nd, and the Cubs got 1 in the 8th and the 9th. So, and then also the Braves had the bases loaded and nobody out at the bottom of the 9th. Contreras struck out in Enciarte, I think it was Enciarte, right? Yeah, William Contreras, the brother of Wilson Contreras, who plays for the Cubs, the brother versus brother for the Tetchers. Struck out Swin, and then Enciarte ground into a 5-4-3 double play. So, yeah. Let's look at the bracket right now. As I believe, since the last game, I believe I played... Well, you already know Chicago won 4-0. I think I played, 2 games. Toronto beat Boston 3-0. And Chicago beat LA 1-0. So yeah, Toronto did beat Boston. Toronto won the AL Wild Card 5-2 over the Twins at home. Then they go to Boston and shut out the Red Sox, who had 15 hits and no runs. Yes, I do play these in both controllers off camera, and it's just how it happened. I mean, like, they had a lot of missed opportunities, but obviously, even if I throw it right down the middle, doesn't mean it's only a home run. I can't control it. So, and either way, it's best of 5 series. So the Blue Jays lead that series 1-9. The White Sox shut out the Angels again at 1-0, and the 1 run was on an RBI ground by Adam Eaton. That was in the 4th inning. And then the Blue Jays got 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 9th. And the 1 in the 9th, well, I can't really show you, but with Luis Uriel Jr. hit a home run off Pesci's ball, which is the right field foul ball in Boston. It's only at 302 down there, and yeah. And then Chicago, I played this game yesterday. The only run was an RBI. The only run was by the White Sox, and it was an RBI ground up by Adam Eaton. So every series besides the Giants and Dodgers series, which is the day here on Thursday, October 7th, 2021. There's 4 games. This game between the Cubs and the Braves is the 3rd game on the 7th. San Francisco and LA is the 4th game, which I might be playing right after this. I'm not exactly sure. I probably will be if I have time, and then there's still these 2 games, then this game, and then finally there's game 3 of this series, which will be the next episode of this series. It'll be the series to Chicago. So the game that I did the playoff camera is game 1 between the Giants and the Dodgers in LA, game 2 between the Blue Jays and the Red Sox in Boston, and game 2 between the Giants and the Dodgers in LA, and then game 3 between the White Sox and the Angels in Anaheim. And then this will be the next episode. Next episode series will be game 3 between the Braves and the Cubs in Chicago. But for game 2, it's still in Atlanta. Cubs are going to hit a 2-0 series lead and be 1-0 away from the NLCS, and the Braves are looking to even the series at 1 game apiece. So it's Charlie Morton for the Braves, Jay Arrieta for the Cubs. Jay Arrieta was on the Cubs, but then he was on the Phillies for a few years, and then he went back to the Cubs this past offseason. So yeah. So clarify, the White Sox lead the Angels 2-9, the Blue Jays lead the Red Sox 1-9, and the Cubs lead the Braves 1-9, and then the Giants and Dodgers series hasn't started yet. And then the Blue Jays obviously won the AL Wild Card against the Twins at home, and the Giants beat the Reds in the NL Wild Card game in Cincinnati. So yeah, Giants and the Dodgers series is the 4th and final game here on October 7th. Yeah, I'm about to play the 3rd of 4 games here on October 7th, 2021. Let's get into it. Jay Arrieta versus Charlie Morton. The Braves will be the gold controller, and the Cubs will be the blue controller. Sorry if it's really blurry. I don't know why it's like that. That's not sure that is for the Braves, but that is not sure that is for either team. But home uniforms for the Braves, home uniforms for the Braves, and if I didn't get to it, home uniforms for the Braves, road uniforms for the Cubs. Trust Park home of the Braves, holds 41,149, opened in 2017. Presentation mode broadcast. Presentation mode broadcast, switch sounds on, cloud cover, third sides. So, I mean, their rotation's not that good. I mean, I have Arrieta 78 and Albert Alzano, Zach Davis, and Trevor Williams. But the only one that's over an 80 is Hendrickson. Arrieta's a 78, Altala 77, Davis is 75, and Williams is 71. So, yeah. And Walt Fuller was on the Braves, but then he signed with the Rangers league for agency. So, yes, righty versus righty, 83 versus 78. Remember Acuna, which went 0 for 4. Same with Freeman. Ozuna had 2 hits. Albies had 2. Swanson had 2. Riley had 2. Contreras had, I think, an RBI double. NCR had drove in Contreras, but then obviously grounded at 5-4-3 double play to end game 1 with the bases loaded. And then more down to there's no universal DH in real life. So, obviously, yeah. And the natural rule is off, because obviously last year it was in effect, and it was a rule last year and this year, but they took it away last year for the playoffs. That's why I took it away. Because I don't want a game and/or series being decided by that Ed Sheeran rule, which Ed Sheeran rule is you did a runner at center base to start extra innings. So, yeah, Chris Bryant's in right field. Peterson, Chris Bryant at RBI tied the game in the 8th inning. Wilson Contreras, Rizzo, Baez, Happ, Bodie, and Nita Horner. And there's Bryant, who's a third baseman, but he also can play first, left, center, and right. He's 6'5", 230 pounds, 29 years old. Hitter tendency, extreme pull. He was born in Nevada. I didn't know that. Contreras, I think, was born in Venezuela, because obviously Wilson Contreras and William Contreras are brothers. Wilson Contreras is older, because Wilson Contreras is 28, and William Contreras is like 23. And Wilson Contreras has been in the majors longer than his little brother William Contreras. So I don't think I'm gonna make any. It's still a righty. Their bench is Eric Sodart, P.J. Hiddens, Matt Duffy, Nick Mangione, and then Jake Marisnik. Maybe Marisnik? I don't know who to replace. I would replace maybe Ian Happ. Yeah, I know. Put Marisnik. I think he pinch hit or pinch ran in game 1. So I know to put in Marisnik in center field. So he signed with the Cubs via free he was signed with the Mets via free agency after 2019, and then he signed with the Cubs via free agency after last season, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, Marisnik's now batting 6th. That's where Happ was sitting. So in Happ was replaced by Jake Marisnik, and that's the only change for the Cubs or the team. Let's get into game 2. Let's do it. I'm the playoff plans for a stand, Matt Bass Sturgeon is not turned out. Or I'm the playoff plans for a stand, Matt Bass Sturgeon is not turned down at all. Here we go. Game 2, with a specified series. Cubs lead the series 1-9. Cubs lead in the take a 2-0 series lead, and the Braves lead in the tie the series. We are here at Trust Park in Atlanta, Georgia for Game 2 of the 2021 NLDS between the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. Hi there, everybody. Vinny J and 242 Man Cave. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball. Here on the show, it's Game 2 between the Cubs and the Braves. Best of 5 series. The Cubs lead the series 1-9. Let's do the series recap. Cubs beat the Braves here in Atlanta 3-2. Last night in this game, they beat the Braves 3-2 here in Atlanta. Cubs lead a 2-0 series lead, and the Braves are leading the tie series at 1-0 apiece. It's Jake Arrieta for the Cubs and Charlie Morgan for the Braves. Game 2 of the 2021 NLDS comes your way next here on the show. Charlie Morton 9 starts in the regular season, 2-2 record, 4.74 ERA, 38 innings pitched, 43 hits, 1.39 WHIP, 10 walks, and 42 strikeouts. There's Jot. Jot Peterson, forcing fastball, curveball, cinder, cutter, and a splitter for Morton as a pipe at Jupiter, and we're on your way from Trust Park here in Atlanta, Georgia. 1-0 to Peterson. Ground ball fair! As they shift on, that ball is done to go all the way to the near the warning track. Ozuna has to run a mile to get there, and by the time he gets to it, it's going to be a double, or Peterson's already at center base. Leadoff double to start the game for John Peterson, and the runner at center, nobody out here in the first inning. And here's Bryant, who tied the game with an RBI, a 2-out RBI triple in the top of the 8th inning last night in Game 1. Runner center, nobody out for Bryant. 2-2 count, and that is low, 3-2. And Wilson and Turris on deck. 3-2 count. At the ground ball, off the glove of Morton. Runner will advance to third base. Throw to first, got him. But the runner at center won't go to the third base. Runner at third, 1 out in the top of the first. And here's the starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs. Jot Peterson, Chris Bryant, who in the regular season had a 206 average, 4 runs, 11 RBIs. Wilson and Turris, Anthony Rizzo, Javier Baez, Jake Marisnick, David Bodie, Nico Horner, and the starting pitcher for the Cubs, Jake Arrieta. The only change for the Cubs between Game 1 and 2, they replaced Ian Happ with Jake Marisnick in center field. Here's Wilson and Turris. That's a jam shot. The run will score. Through to first, got him. But the Cubs strike first. Here in Game 2, as it's an RBI ground out by Wilson and Turris, John Peterson will score. Or it's an RBI ground out by Wilson and Turris, John Peterson scores, and it's 1-0 Cubs in the top of the first. And here's Rizzo. It was a jam shot that broke his bat, but it was such a slow roller that they had no chance at home, and infield was bad anyways. So it's an RBI ground out for Wilson and Turris. John Peterson scores, 1-0 Cubs here in the top of the first. Here's Rizzo, who's been at 750 in the postseason. Through one game, ground ball right back to Morton. Throw to Friedman and an over. No runs, or pardon me, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left for the Cubs. Braves trying to bat the scores 1-0 Cubs here in Game 2. Jake Arrieta, 9 starts in the regular season, 4-4 record, 5.08 ERA, 44 1/3 innings pitched, 51 hits, 1.51 WHIP, 16 walks, and 32 strikeouts. There's Acuna, who went, I think he went 0 for 4 and reached on an error in Game 1. I mean, he's a 98 overall. He's on damn base here. They're already down. That's a foul ball. Center change that curveball and a slider for Jake Arrieta, so he doesn't have a fastball. And that's a foul ball on a slider at 74. His fastest pitch is that center for 90 to 94 miles per hour. That's a ground ball to Horner. Throw to first, and there's 1 down here in the first. And here's starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves. Ronald Acuna Jr., Freddie Freeman, Marcell Ozuna, Ozzie Albies, Dansby Swanson, Austin Riley, William Contreras, and their NCR then starting pitcher for the Braves, Charlie Morton. 268 average in 2020 for the Braves, set it in the NL in that category. There's Freddie Freeman, who also went 0 for in Game 1. 1 count. That's a ground ball back to Arrieta. 2 down. And here's the postseason brackets. You didn't see how the 2 teams that won the wild card games, and see how the other 3 series are going. How they're going. One hasn't started yet, but one starts later tonight. And you can see the White Sox lead 2-0 in their series. Blue Jays lead 1-0 in their series, and then Giants and Dodgers. And the Giants and Dodgers series starts later tonight. Starts at 10:05 Eastern because it's on the West Coast. That's a foul ball. Ozuna, well, I think he went 2 for 4. Austin realized he's in some trouble for like threatening to kill his wife or something like that. 1-2 down. That's a foul ball. Here we go. 1-2 down. To Ozuna. That's a ground ball, Horner. Throw to Anthony Rizzo, and the inning's over. 1-2-3, go the Braves. And the 1 to score is the Cubs 1, and the Braves 0. Top 2, here's Baez, who did not did it. It went over in game 1 as well. 1-on count. Ground ball, second base, Albies. 1 down. And here is the Braves defense. Marcelo Zuna, Endon Enciarte, and Ronald Acuna Jr. in the outfield. Freddie Freeman, Ozzy Albies, Dan G. Swanson, and Austin Riley in the infield. And William Venturas behind the plate, obviously. Charlie Morton on the mound. And here is Jake Marisnet. Did not start. He pinch ran a game up, but did not start and never got at bat. Fly ball! That ball is rocked! Bat is the right fielder! That ball is off the wall! It's high off the wall. Marisnet's going for 3, and he's in there with a 1-out triple. So Marisnet's first at bat of the game and the series and the postseason results in a 1-out triple. Runner at third, 1 out here in the second. As they hit high off that brick wall below the chop area. Well, they showed me even if you played the tear, either way, I thought maybe he was gonna catch it, but obviously that wasn't the case. Here's Bodie. Infield is batted in. That's a foul ball, 1-2. Now we got 1-2 down. Ground ball, and the infield is bad. Throw to first by Albies, and there's 2 down, but the run will score. RBI ground out by David Bodie. Jake Marisnet will score, and it's 2-0 Chicago here in the second inning. So they scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and both were by RBI ground. Both runs were scored on RBI ground outs. Here's Ninja Horner, no runners on 2 outs. Little tap or foul. Here we go. It's already 2-0 Chicago here in the second inning. Here on the road. Fly ball. Coming in is Acuna, and he's got it. But the Cubs do get another run. RBI triple by Marisnet and then an RBI ground by David Bodie. Middle of 2 the score is now 2-0 Chicago. Here's Ozzy Albies. His team is already down 2-0 here in the second inning. Foul ball. Must be frustrating because you lost game 1 here at home, and now they're down 2-0 here in game 2. Here, Allen, ground ball, Arrieta. 1 down. And here is the Cubs defense. Josh Peterson, Jake Marisnet, and Chris Bryant in the outfield. Anthony Rizzo, who wanted to love last year. Ninja Horner, Javier Baez, and David Bodie in the infield. Wilson and Trust behind the plate, obviously. J.D. Arrieta on the mound. Here we go. 1-2 down to Swanson. Line drive. What a catch! Diving catch by Rizzo as he dove to his left and made the catch as he saved extra bases. And Swanson has his hands up going down the first base line. And here's Austin Riley. Swing and a miss on a slider at 75, way out in front was Austin Riley. 2-2 count. Line drive, that will dip down. That will be extra bases as it will rattle around by the 325 side. 2-out double for Austin Riley. And the inning continues as the time runner coming into the play with 2 outs. First hit and first pitcher for Atlanta. Here comes William Contreras, who did have an RBI. Tied game 1 in the second inning last night. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Out in front of that slider. Ground ball. Fielded by the third baseman. Throw to first, and the inning's over. And no harm done after a 2-out double by Austin Riley. And the 2 the score is still 2-0 Chicago here on the show. Here's Jake Arrieta, top viewer to follow. And by the way, here's the umpire sign for game 2 of the 2021 NLDS. Behind the play, Woody Tedler at first base, Ed Runner at center base, Clyde Washington, and at third base, Earl Hendricks. Trust Park, 1,050 feet elevation, October 7, 2021. Attendance 41,149, 100% capacity. Weather 58 degrees clear. Wind 3 miles per hour. Blowing across from left field to right field. Scheduled first pitch 7:05 p.m. local time, which would be Eastern time. Game score is 42 more than 50 Arrieta. And here is Jake Arrieta against Morton. Top viewer follow. Line ground ball foul. 1-2 down. I'll Tapper as he jammed him, and that'll be a 3 on assisted ground ball, 1 down. And there's Josh Pearson, 1 for 1 with a double and scored in the first inning. Little jam shot, but that will find the seats down the left field line. Let's go over that net, which descends, I believe, all the way to the foul pole, or near the foul pole. 1-2 down. Little Tapper as he jammed him to the third baseman. Throw to first. Got him. 2 down. 5-3 ground now, although it looks like a 6-3 ground. Either way, there's 2 down. As they had to shift on. And here's Chris Bryant, who grounded out to the pitcher, but then advanced Peterson to third base. In the first inning. 2-1 count. Fly ball gone. Bryant tees off of Morton into the chop house. 3-0 Chicago in the third inning. 364 feet, 98.4 miles per hour off the bat. Bryant's first home run of the postseason and the series, and it is now 3-0 Cubs in the top of the third. As David Ross, their manager, is happy. 3-0 Chicago in the top of the third. No doubt home run in the chop house. Knew about the second row. 3-0 Chicago, and here comes William Contreras. Or pardon me, here comes Wilson Contreras. Opposite field home run into the first or second row of the chop house. And it looks like it went into about the second row. Here comes Wilson Contreras. Brothers behind the plate, younger brother. 2-1 count. It's already 3-0 Chicago. Ground ball, base hit. So Morton's doing 3 runs, 1 in each inning so far. Thrown 42 pitches. And the Braves are starting to, the Jets fans are like, you lost game 1. And now you're losing 3-0 in game 2. And the both teams have been at home. Fly ball, that's a hit hard. Will it be caught? It will be. And that saved a run because it got over his head. That was going to be another run. But now 3-0 Chicago thanks to this still home run by Chris Bryant. Middle of 3 scores now. 3-0 Cubs here in game 2. Here we go. It's not over yet. It's only the bottom of the third. Here's Ender Inciarte who grounded into a double play to end game 1. With the bases loaded. Ground ball. Fielded by Baez. Sets his feet, throws, and he got him, 1 down. Now it's a pitcher spot, which, will they pinch hit here because they're down 3-0? I don't know. Looks like they won't because here's Morton. Top viewer follow. They only have 1 hit, which is a Riley double. Ground ball foul, still 1-2. Both pitchers bat right-handed and throw right-handed. 1-2 count. And that is just called strike 3, 2 down. Strike out, looked in for the pitcher, and here comes Acuna in the top of the order. Meter the order. Foul ball. Acuna's like 0 for 5 and reach on an error in game 1 or something. That doesn't have a hit yet. 1-2 down. That's a foul ball as he almost barely stayed alive there. Here we go, 1-2 down. That's a ground ball. And then the inning's over. 1-2-3 go the Braves. And a 3 here in game 2. The score is still 3-0 Chicago. We're back here in Atlanta. Let's go on the field and check out Tanya Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the CUBS.
David Ross.
His thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. Our research team
How about running each inning so far?
only miss the ball on less than 5% of their swings. Major League average is closer to 25%. So to put it simply, their hand-eye coordination at the plate is second to none right now.
And behind it. Here we go. Here's Baez. Cuts out 1 in the first, second, and the third. Ground ball foul. No action in either pen right now. Surprised him. Is Morton's 50th pitch coming here in the 4th inning. Ground ball. It's another base hit. They have a boatload of hits. Already at 3 runs. A couple more runs to put the game out of. A couple more runs to blow the game wide open. That's a thing that Braves aren't looking to do, and they're starting to warm up. Sean Newcomb in the Braves bullpen in a hurry because only a 4th inning. Here's Marisnik, who tripled earlier. Line drive, base hit. Runner at center or runner at first will stop at second. That was a good throw by Acuna. 2 on, nobody out in the top of the 4th for David Bodie, who had a RBI ground out earlier. They already have 6 hits through 3+ innings and already 3 runs, or they have 6 hits through 3+ innings, and they already have 3 runs. Pitcher spots on deck, or pitcher, here does a mound visit, along with Pitching coach goes out there along with the catcher and third baseman Austin Riley. You're not going to see him move yet, but I think that one more base runner, he's out of the game. Here's Bodie. Popped up! And it's foul territory, so no influence fly rule, but it is caught by Freddie Freeman and foul territory, 1 down. And now it is Nico Horner, and then the pitcher spot's on deck. Ground ball, Freeman, Swanson, to the pitcher, covering, it's thrown away, but then it hit the first base coach. So the runner at first is safe. The runner at third stays where he is. I believe it hit the feet of the Cubs first base coach, and that might have saved the run. It did hit the feet of the first base coach. I don't think, yeah, hit him in the shin. I don't think that was going out of play though, because there's the railings, and the run probably was going to score regardless. And the ball is probably going to stay in play anyways. Here's Jake Arrieta, and I'll leave the pitcher in, or I'll leave Morton in if foul ball. Surprise, last batter, 3-0 Cubs. Runners at corners, no, or runners at corners, 2 outs, the pitcher. 1-2 down, and ground ball, just foul. Here we go, pitcher trying to help himself out. Another foul ball. Surprise, last batter is in the top of the order, will come up and continues. 1-2 down, and ground ball, base hit for Arrieta, and it's 4-0 Chicago. RBI signal for Jake Arrieta, the pitcher, and the Cubs lead by 4 in the 4th inning, as they have scored a run in each inning so far. And here comes Sean Newcomb, as Morton only goes 3 2/3, hit 4 runs, and the runners on base are responsible of Arrieta. Here's Peterson, 2 on, 2 out. Ground or line drive, base hit. They're gonna send the runner throw home by Inciarte. Is not in time, and it's 5-0. RBI signal for Peterson, his second hit of the game and first RBI of the game. 5-0 Chicago. And now it's Bryant who homered the last inning. Ground ball, and that will finally end the inning. Cubs get 2 and they lead 5-0 after 3.5 innings of play. Here we go. Here's Freddie Freeman. They're down by 5, but there's still over half of the inning to play. Line drive, that will it'll be cut off. No, it won't. So that'll be a double for Freddie Freeman, as Freeman is his first hit of the series and the postseason. Runner sending nobody out. The Braves are in the dip end in this game right away. Here's Ozuna, 3-1 hitters count, and that is low, ball 4. So a double by Freeman, a walk by Ozuna, 2 on, nobody out for Ozzy Albies. They'll set up the double play though, and 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Albies. Here we go. Braves in the back in the game right now. Ground ball. That's not how you do it. That's going to be hopefully not double play, and it is. 4-6-3 double play. Runner at center would go to third, but that's a rally tailor. Runner at third, 2 out. Swanson desperately didn't get this run home, so the Braves are on the board. Swing and a miss. So a double walk, a double play, and then a strikeout, and the inning's over. And the Braves do not score. And the score is still 5-0 Cubs. Top 5, Wilson and Contreras 1 for 2, a single and an RBI. No action in either pen. Line or ground ball off the diamond Albies, and no chance to hit Wilson and Contreras. Infield single for Contreras, second hit of the game. Scores the decision, is a base hit, and now it's Rizzo. Ground ball, Rizzo's over 2, make that over 3, 4-6-3, double play. 2 down. Charlie Morton, he went 3 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts, and 63 pitches thrown. And those two, when Newton came in, he had 2 runners. Both of those runs scored, and they were both charged to Morton. Here's Baez. Foul ball. Couldn't even get out of the 4th inning. He did have 5 runs, and he's in line for the loss. As the Cubs are up 5-0. Ground ball, and it's past Freeman. And that will be a single for Baez, and it continues. As the Cubs got 1 in the first, 1 instead of 1 in the third, 2 in the 4th, and now it's Jake Marisnick. Just 2 for 2. Ground ball, Freeman. Flips it to Newcomb, and it's over. So this is the first inning. The Cubs do not score. Halfway home in game 2, the score is the Cubs 5 and the Braves 0. We're back here in Atlanta. Let's down the field. Dennis, check out Tom Ioane. I don't know who the Braves manager is. Or Brian Snider, he said. And Ioane. Here's Austin Riley who has that other hit. Both hits for the Braves have been doubles, but they haven't come around to score yet. Ground ball back to Arrieta. Throw to Rizzo, one down. Precision building here for Atlanta, who are in danger of falling down 2-0. And losing game 1 and 2 here at home. It's a best-of-5 series. Ground ball fair. Thrown to first by Bodie, 2 down. It's a best-of-5 series. If the Cubs win this game, now they'll be up 2 games to 9, 1 win away from the NLCS. And if they do dip there to the NLCS, they'll play the Giants or the Dodgers. Here's Inciarte. Ground ball, 1 and 2. Ground ball up the middle. Flattened down by Baez behind second. Throw to first. Got him. End of 5. The score is still 5-0 Chicago. Top of the 6th. Here's Bodie. Line drive foul. They're starting to warm up. Jay Flaw in the bullpen. There's a pitcher's spot due up next inning. They'll probably pinch hit because, I mean, they have 4 more rounds or 12 more rounds to work with, down by 5. Here we go. Fly ball, Acuna. Got it, 1 down. Here's Horner, 0 for 2, with a fly-out ground out, which is an RBI ground out. Ground ball, Friedman. 360 ground ball, 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Hey, Arrieta, who had an RBI single last time. Ground ball. Albies. In and over. 1, 2, 3 to the Cubs, but they're up 5-0 after 5.5 innings of play. You know, we have pitcher spots up, and Ari Andrianza pinch hit for the pitcher. Trying to get something going. 12 more outs to work with. They're down by 5. He went 0 for 1 at pinch hit appearance in game 1, foul ball. Trying to get Arrieta out of the game, but unless he runs into trouble, that's not going to happen. Ground ball off of Arrieta. Coming in as a third baseman, and they get him, and they cannot. Andrianza leads off the 6th inning with a single. Now it's the top of the order. Acuna who has not got a hit in the series yet. Hopefully, let's change that. Line drive, and there it is. First hit of the series in the postseason for Acuna. 2 on, nobody out for the Braves in the bottom of the 6th as they're looking to push it here. I mean, they're close. Here's Freddie Freeman. They doubled earlier. Another double should score 2. Oh, ground ball! That's fair! They're doing a second. He's safe! And he's safe everywhere! And they're trying to do the second base. So it's a base hit for Freeman. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Tyne runs on deck. Freeman is on an infield single. They're trying to go to second base. Should have just went to first. Instead, there's a backhanded by Bodie. He should have just went to first. Instead, he tried to just go to second. And it's the speedier runner. Acuna was safe at second. And by the time the second baseman threw to first, it wasn't in time. I mean, if you had threw it at first, he would have been out. Instead, he didn't, and tried to hit the runner at second. He was safe there, and then by the time, then they threw it first, but then he was safe there. Bases loaded, nobody out for Marcell Ozuna. Foul ball, 1 and 2. Trying to get some. I mean, here Tyne runs on deck here. Line drive, that won't get down. It should clear the bases. It will run off the wall. and 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, a 3rd runner is coming around. Osuna with a 3-run double, and the Braves are back in the game. Osuna with the biggest hit of the night. 3-run double for Marcell Osuna in the right center field. As it went up the wall in right center field. 3-run double for Osuna in the right center field. And it's now 5-3 with the time run coming to the plate. Here's Albies. It's a 5-3 game. Line or ground ball through base hit. A run will score. Osuna will score easily. As the throw comes in way too late, it's 5-4. So it was 3 singles, then a 3-run double, and then now an RBI single, and suddenly it's now suddenly it's now a 5-4 game. Braves have scored 4 in the inning. 3 singles and a 3-run double, and now another single, and the Braves have scored 4 runs, and there's a runner at first and nobody out, and they're starting to warm up. Ryan Tapia or whatever, or Tamiya or something in the bullpen. I mean, suddenly, he's up in a hurry. His energy's in the yellow. Time runs at first base and nobody out. Ground ball, base hit! So 3 singles and 2. So that's 5 straight hits. No, 5 straight hits, I think. No, 6. Because that are 3 singles. Yeah, 6 straight hits. 3 singles, a 3-run double, and now 2 more singles, 6 straight hits. They got it in the new pitcher immediately because there's Riley, 2 on, nobody out, and suddenly, yeah, Arrieta's done. Runners on base are responsible of him. He's in line for the win, but he's also could get the loss. Here we go. Riley, ground ball, it could be 2. 2nd 1, and the new pitcher comes in, gets a double play. 6-4-3 double play, and that's the pitcher's best friend. The new reliever comes in, and here's William Contreras tying run 90 feet away. Ground ball, 2nd base, and the inning is over, and the Cubs still have the lead. But the Braves did 3 on a 3-run double by. The Braves got 3 on a 3-run double by Osuna, and then the Braves got 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and a runner left. And the 6 are scored. Now the Cubs 5 and the Braves 4. Here we go. Here's a new pitcher. Now a 5-4 game as we're pitcher in the bat third of the game. 6'3", 225 pounds, 27 years old. New pitcher. Now it's the top of the order. Top 7. It was 5-0 Cubs. Now it's 5-4 Cubs. The Braves got 4 in the top. Or it was 5-0 Cubs. Now it's 5-4. The Braves got 4 runs in the bottom. Or it was 5-0 Cubs. Now it's 5-4 Cubs. The Braves got 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Bryant. Ground ball into the shift. Throw to first, and they're 2 down. So the Cubs haven't scored since the 4th inning, and now they're comfortably now still a lead, but it's a 5-4 lead. Still runners on 2 outs, top 7. Here we go. Fans are back in it. You didn't miss anything. No runners on 2 outs, top 7. It's 5-4 Chicago. Fly ball. That's hit high and deep after his Acuna, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch on the edge of the trout, and the inning's over. 7-inning stretch time here at Trust Park in Atlanta, Georgia. The score is the Cubs 5 and the Braves 4. 8-9-1 do it for the Braves in the top of the 7th. Here's Inciarte. Everyone bat. There was 8 men coming to the plate in that inning. Everyone batted except for Inciarte. And they're starting to warm up. Rhett's brothers in the bullpen. They did a win in game 1. And they're starting to warm up. Chris Martin in the Braves bullpen. Here we go. Ground ball up the middle. Flat down by the center baseman. Throw to first. Got him. 1 down. Braves down by 1. They have 8 more outs to work with. They got 3 in the previous inning. They got 4 in the previous inning. 3 on a 3-run double by Osuna, and then they got 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th. 3 on a 3-run double by Osuna, and 3 on a 3-run double. The first 3 on a 3-run double by Osuna, and then the 4th one by on an RBI single by, I believe, Albies. And Paolo Sandoval, the Panda, will pinch it for the pitcher. Here we go. He's a tying run. Line drive. It's a base hit for the Panda. 7 speeds on base, and he represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Acuna now. It's 1 for 3 in the game. I believe he scored a run too. He did. Ground ball. What a play by Baez. That will be a fielder's choice, but what a play by Javier Baez. Diving to his left. Sandoval at center base. Here's Friedman. 2 for 3 with a double single and scored a run. Unbelievable. Here goes Acuna. Foul ball. It was a hit and run, but Friedman fouled the ball back. Tying run at first base, 2 outs. For Friedman. Fly ball! That ball is hit well! It could be robbed! And it's gone! Friedman! And the Braves have the lead! What a comeback! 6 straight! And the Braves have their first lead of Game 2 with 6-5. And the Braves have the first lead of Game 2. It's now 6-5 Braves. Or the Braves have the first lead of Game 2 as it's 6-5 Braves in the bottom of the 7th. Unbelievable! 4 runs in the 6th, now 2 in the 7th, and the Braves have their first lead of Game 2. It's now 6-5 Braves in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the show vision. As Marizan tried to rob it, could not. 409 feet, 101 miles per hour off the bat. Exactly, 101.0 miles per hour off the bat. And the Braves have their first lead of Game 2. And the Braves have the first lead of Game 2. It's now 6-5 Braves in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Ozuna, who had a 3-run double earlier. So from down 5-0 to up 6-5, for the Cubs still have 6 more outs to work with. Ground ball still 1-2. The pitcher's still in. They still have that Retz Brothers warming up. They're not bringing him yet. Surprising. Ground ball, center base. Throw to first, and the inning's over. But the Braves have their first lead of Game 2, and since this the Braves hit their first lead of Game 2 thanks to this 2-run home run by Freddie Freeman. And the 7th scored down the Braves 6th and the Cubs 5. And here comes Chris Martin. They're starting up their closer now, Will Smith. Here comes Chris Martin with his team up 6-5 and 6 outs away from tying the series. And I believe he got the loss in Game 1. And here's Rizzo. The Cubs have anything left in them because they were up 5-0. Now they're down 6-5. Ground ball, and yes they do. And it's not cut off. And Rizzo is in with a double. So right when I said that the Cubs have anything left in them, they do. Rizzo with a leadoff double as he represents a tying run here in the 8th. Here's Baez. Perfect hit for Rizzo. Ground ball, base hit. So a double by Rizzo, a single by Baez. Rizzo will be held because he only has 13 speed. Runners in the corners, nobody out for the Cubs in the top of the 8th. And here's Jake Marizan, who is 2 for 3 in the game. They'll play. The infield is in double play depth. Here's Marizan. Ground ball, there could be 2. Second one, first, and he's safe as he beat out the relay. The game is tied. It's a fielder's choice and RBI for Jake Marizan, and Game 2 is tied at 6 here in the top of the 8th. So the Cubs come right back. Double, single, fielder's choice. And here's Bodie, runner at first, 1 out, 1-2 count. Ground ball, that ball is past the Diamond Albies. 2 on, 1 out for the Cubs in the top of the 8th as they're looking to retake the lead. So, double, single, fielder's choice now another single, and the closer's now not warming up anymore. And it's not warming up AJ Minter in the bullpen. Because they don't have the lead anymore, and they might be losing soon enough. Ground line shot, that will get down, and the run will come around. Here he comes, throwing Acuna's offline, and the Cubs have the lead. A back and forth battle. The runner at first, runner center will score. Runner at first will go all the way to third base. And now at the pitcher spot, 7-6 Cubs as they have a double, a single, a fielder's choice, and then 2 more singles at 4 straight hits, or well, 4 hits along with that fielder's choice. And now in the Cubs, after they were up 5-0, then they were losing 6-5, and now they're up 7-6 as here in the top of the 8th. Eric Sodar will pinch it for the pitcher. And that's a new pitcher. Here's AJ Minter. So it's a left-handed pinch hitter. Hinton's a left-handed pitcher. Runners on base are responsible of Martin. Runners in the corners, one out for the pinch hitter. Fly ball should get the run in. Going back is Inciarte. He will make the catch. Runner at third will Tad, and he will score easily. Sack fly and RBI for the pinch hitter Sodar, and it's 8-6 Cubs in the 8th. Runner first, 2 outs for Jock Peterson. Forcing mouthful cutter and a changeup for Minter. Ground ball, foul. 3 runs in the inning. Ground ball up the middle. Throw to second for the force, and he got him by a hair. But the Cubs do it 3. They were down 6-5 coming in into the end. Now they're up 8-6 after the inning's over. Middle of 8 the scores. The Cubs 8 and the Braves 6. Here we go. And here comes Rhett's brothers. They're also starting up the closer, Craig Timmer, who did get the save barely in game 1, but he did get the save in game 1. Here's Rhett's brothers, who did it who got the win in game 1. 4-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball slider, 2-seam fastball and changeup. Here's Albies. Ground ball, fielded by Rizzo. Spinorama, the brothers, 1 down. And now it is Swanson. Ground ball, center base. Throw to first by Horner, and there's quickly 2 down here in the 8th. There's Riley with double in the second inning. 3-1 hitters count. Ground ball. It could have been ball 4, but he swung. And the inning's over. 1-2-3 to the Braves. We headed the 9th with the Cubs up 8-2. Or we headed the 9th with the Cubs up 8-6. Here we go, 9th inning. Here's Bryant. No action in the Braves bullpen. Bryant has a home run in the game, 1-2, as he swung it and a changeup below the zone. Here we go, 1-2 count. Line drive, but it will be caught by Inciarte. Like did his own straight away center field, 1 down. Now it's Contreras 2 for 4, 2 singles and RBI. He's been at .429 in the postseason. Foul tip held on by Contreras, his brother behind the plate, 1-2. Line drive, field on, started by Albies. 2 down in the top of the 9th. Now it's Rizzo, who led off the previous inning with a double and scored the tying run. Foul ball, 1-2. Shift is on. And last night had a base hit that snuck between Albies and Swanson. Or a double, really. Ground ball, and now he sneaks it between the... And now there's a miscommunication, but Rizzo trying to stir him at the first base, and he does barely. Second inning of the game, and continues for Baez, who singled earlier in the previous inning. Ground ball, Freeman. In and over. Braves need 2 in the tie, 3 to win in the bottom of 9. Middle of 9, the score, the Cubs 8 and the Braves 6. Here we go, 2 up in the inning, 7, 8, 9. Here's William and Contreras, and here comes Craig Kimbrell, the Cubs closer, to try to shut the door here in game 2. As he almost didn't, or it was a shaky finish to he basically loaded nobody out. He shut out Contreras swinging, and then Contreras the ground in a 5-4-3 double play. Looking to shut the door and gave the Cubs a 2-0 series lead in this best of 5 series. 4-seam fastball, an under curve, and a 2-seam fastball. Here we go. Ground ball, center base. And William and Contreras is retired, 1 down. Here's Inciarte, and then it will be a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Archer's left on their bench. Here's Inciarte, trying to get on base. Tyner's on deck. Little tap for back to Kimbrell. And it'll be a 1-3 ground now, and the Cubs are 1 out away from taking a 2-0 series lead in this best of 5 series. And now it's his pitcher spot, and Juan Camargo pinch hit for AJ Minter as he's added on for Acuna. Ground ball at the middle, flying down by Baez, throw to first, got him, and the Cubs win it. And the Cubs hit a 2-0 series lead in this best of 5 series as they're 1 win away from the NLCS in game 3 and game 4. If there's a game 4, will be back, or game 3 and game 4. If there's a game 4, will be at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Game 3 is 2 nights from now in the game. Both teams will have a day off. Cubs lead the series though. They take game 1 and 2 here on the road, and Tim wrote it to save in both games. Unbelievable day in slugfest. Winning pitcher is Ryan Tapia. Top hitter for the Cubs is Jake Mercer. Losing pitcher is Chris Martin. And a top hitter for the Braves is Freddie Freeman, who had that 2-run go-ahead home run in the bottom 7th when the Cubs got 3 in the 8th. And they did an 8-6 lead, and they hung on to win 8-6. The Cubs hit a 2-pitch series lead in this best-of-5 series as they're 1-1 away from the NLCS. And they have 2 chances to win the series at home. Game 3 and Game 4, if there's a Game 4, will be at Wrigley Field in Chicago. DJ signing off for now. 8 runs and 15 hits, no errors for the Cubs. 6 runs and 10 hits, no errors for the Braves. The Braves, I think that the last one never got a hit. Resident is the player of the game. Ryan Tapia, it's a win. Chris Martin hits the loss, and Craig Kimbrell to save his second of the postseason. Martin, I believe, is now 0-2. I think he had the loss in both games, if I remember right. Yeah, Martin had the loss in Game 1 and Game 2. And then, Tapia had the win. He's 1-0. Brothers had to save his first hold. Or no, Tapia had the win. He's 1-0. Brothers had the hold. It's really Brothers, I think. It's not. It's Reds Brothers, because it's B-R-O-T-H-E-R-S. I think it's Brothers. But either way, he got the hold his first of the postseason, and Timber got to save his second of the postseason. Arrieta, I mean, obviously got the decision. And then obviously on this side, well, Morton didn't know a decision after that rocky start. Newtown just did nothing, or didn't do anything, he just pitched. Florida pitched. Martin had the loss of 0-2, then Minter pitched him in 2/3, only did 1 hit. But Martin had the loss in Game 1 and Game 2, and then Brothers got the win in Game 1, but got a hole in Game 2, and then Tippett got the win, and then Kimbrell had the save. My throat hurts, I might want to cough drop. I was screaming. But, I mean, obviously Ozuna had that 3-run double. 3-run double, I think, then Albies, I believe, had an RBI, right? And so basically with nobody out, that 3-run double that cleared the bases, so it's 5-3 set it with nobody out. Albies drove him in, so it made it 5-4, and then it was 5-4. Then Freeman gained the lead in the bottom of the 7th to go ahead 2-run home run, but then the touch come right back. Nets happened in the top of the 8th, got 3 runs. Hit an 8-6 lead, and after that, well, I think there was no more hits. After that, there were no more hits or base runners. As Acuna did go 1 for 4 with 2 runs. High speed as I think he went 1 for 4 with a hit and a fielder's choice. So he scored when he got that 1 hit, which I think he scored on Ozuna's 3-run double, and then he also scored and then he also Acuna got a hit and scored on Freeman's home run. And then Acuna, and that's the bat, or how he started that center run. I think he reached on a fielder's choice, and then that's batter was Friedman, and then he had a 2-run home run to the Braves bullpen, which I had a chance. Mercer had a chance to rob, because there were those 3 arrows, yellow arrows, and when they're all green, you jump. They're just out of the reach of Merznick. But yeah, not sure when this video on this, not sure when this episode of the series will be. Hopefully it'll be soon, because it'll be Game 3 between the Braves and the Cubs at Wrigley in Chicago. And then not sure what that next video on the channel will be. I'm not sure when it's gonna come out. I'm thinking the next video on the channel most likely will come out or be posted tomorrow or Friday. I'm not sure when what series it will be. I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe March to October. Maybe Rangers March to October and MLB Show 20, or Diamondbacks March to October here in MLB Show 20. I'm not exactly sure. All I know is that my voice hurts, and yeah, you probably can tell it's hoarse because I was yelling for a long time since I came in here late. So this video is probably long. I might cut some of it out, but I don't know how much I can cut out because I mean there's 14 runs stored in the same. Well, yeah. Okay, so I'm close no board. If you like to upset the like button, subscribe if you have any answer. Mom, Dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, friends about these videos. And you know I'm going to see an episode number 4 of this MLB Show 21 postseason series. Soon episode number 4. Need a lot of bacon and no Cubs.